everyone, and welcome to Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. In the news, a Sulphur Springs Independent School District bus was involved in a minor traffic crash Thursday afternoon, according to SSISD administrators. Their statement read, "This afternoon, one of our buses was hit from behind by a passenger vehicle on College Street. There were students along with the driver on the bus. EMTs checked out the students and the driver, and no injuries were reported." Again, that came from SSISD Assistant Superintendent Rusty Harden in a news release. Incumbent Doug Moore, around lunchtime Friday, filed for candidacy for Place 6 on the May 2nd Sulphur Springs City Council ballot. Moore, a retired businessman, was elected in May 2019 to finish the last year of Dan Fronberger's term on the council, which expires this spring. Moore was appointed earlier in 2019 to serve in Place 6 until that May 2019 election, following Fronberger's resignation midway through his term. Moore is the second incumbent to seek re-election to the City Council. John Sellers filed his candidacy for Place 7 on the council Wednesday, the first day of the filing period. Sellers is completing his third term on the council and has served several terms, and in December was selected to again serve as mayor. He has been the marketing director for City National Bank in Sulphur Springs since 2006. Candidates wishing to file for places 1, 2, or 3, or places 5, 6, or 7 on the May 2nd Sulphur Springs City Council ballot can file between 8 and 5 weekdays through February 14th at City Hall. That's located 201 North Davis Street. And residents should see City Secretary Gail Roberts for an application packet. Joseph Ryan Sims of Sulphur Springs and Stephanie Jo Halsey of Brashear, both 31, were jailed Thursday for child endangerment after they and their 1-year-old child tested positive for methamphetamine. A 26-year-old Rowlett man with the woman at the time of her arrest also was jailed, according to arrest reports. The arrests are reportedly the result of a joint investigation by the Sulphur Springs Special Crimes Unit and Child Protective Services personnel. Sims was taken into custody at his residence and Halsey at her place of work on an endangering of a child warrant. While at the store serving the woman with the warrant, they encountered the 26-year-old Rowlett man who was with the woman. He allegedly admitted to the Special Crimes Unit investigators that he did have marijuana on his person. They removed marijuana from the man's pockets, resulting in his arrest for possession of less than 2 ounces of marijuana. A boil water notice issued back on January 9th for Cumbie water customers on FM 275 North has been lifted. According to the notice, Cumbie Place 5 Alderman that Julie Morris posted on the City of Cumbie Facebook page shortly after 4 p.m. on Thursday on January 16th. The boil order notice was issued as required by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality due to a water main break. But again, it's been lifted. Hopkins County residents are warned to be cautious of people offering to perform unsolicited driveway repair work, as they may be scammers. Sheriff Lewis Tatum was notified this week of people soliciting driveway repair work in the northwest portion of Hopkins County. A deputy was able to make contact with the suspects, reportedly driving a silver pickup with a light bar. The suspects have been warned not to use illegal practices when obtaining work, according to Hopkins County Chief Deputy Tanner Crump. The sheriff and chief deputy remind residents to be mindful of the following to help guard against would-be con artists. If someone contacts you randomly to offer you a deal, then it is usually a scam. If you need any work done, contact a reputable provider yourself. Scammers often use out-of-state trucks. They claim to have extra material left over from a nearby job. They will settle on a price, then state that the job used more material, so you will owe them more money once they are finished. This is not the first time the area has been targeted for driveway repair scams. In cases where a scam has been perpetrated, the material or work is often subpar, but those performing the work are long gone when the person who paid for the work needs them to stand behind their work. That according to officials. Crump, and Tatum urge those who feel that they may be or have been scammed, or who have a question about someone contacting them to provide work that they did not solicit, to feel free to contact a deputy to discuss the situation. In sports, the Wildcats soccer team opened play in the Terrell Tiger Winter Classic tournament on Thursday morning with a 1-1 tie with Kilgore. Wildcats coach Alexi Upton said the game featured nasty weather with rainy, wet, and windy conditions. He said it was hard for players to read the ball or judge much. Coach Upton said Kilgore's a good team, and he added that the Wildcats played well. He said the tie keeps the Wildcats where they need to be to possibly win the tournament. Wildcat Angel Andino scored the Wildcats' goal against Kilgore. It was assisted by Kevin Yanez. Wildcats' season record is now 2-4-3. The Wildcats continued group play Friday against Hallsville. The Wildcats also will play Seagullville Saturday at 12:30 p.m. in that Terrell tournament. If the Wildcats win their group, they will play for the tournament championship Saturday evening at 6:45 p.m. Lady Cats soccer team was involved in a pair of 1-0 games on Thursday on the first day of the Terrell Tiger Winter Blast tournament. In the opener, the Lady Cats defeated Athens 1-0. Lady Cats soccer coach Javier Aguayo said his team had a tough first half, but then came out in the second half and started moving the ball and creating chances. As a result, the Lady Cats scored a goal. Rebecca Stanley scored the goal. It was unassisted. Coach Aguayo said the Lady Cats would have scored at least 3 more goals, but he said they were unlucky. He said he was proud of the way the Lady Cats came out in the second half and resolved the game. In the tournament late game Thursday evening, the Lady Cats lost a 1-0 match to host Terrell. Coach Aguayo said the Lady Cats got off to a bad start and gave up a goal during the first 15 minutes of the game. He said other than that, the Lady Cats controlled the game. He said they came out in the second half, and initially they had some mistakes in the defensive end, but other than that, they kept possession of the ball during about the last 20 minutes of play, but they could not put the ball in the back of the net. The Lady Cats season record is now 1-4-1. The Lady Cats played or are playing Seagullville Friday in the tournament. That's Channel 18 TV News. I'm Don Julian. Thank you for joining me, and so long, everybody.